Facebook page. 70, yes, 70 lucky commenters will be random picked. That's a lot of McDelivery.
And a lot of elite skins. Oh my gosh.
My goodness.
Can I take a little bit of a break? I want to get a delivery.
This season is like a treat for Rock Hard.
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you. The guy loves his McDonald's.
You know it, guys. You know it.
Well, I'm sure everybody at home loves BLACKLIST International and Next Play EVOS here, and they can't wait for game number 1 to start, but we're going to have to wait a little bit longer as we have today, but that's okay.
Hey, we just started.
Perfect time to wait for your delivery.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be great.
For sure. I'm actually booking, right? I need that map delivery. So, for the meantime, while we are waiting, we were talking about that O-head sniper.
Yeah.
The Filipino sniper himself.
Yeah.
What about that?
So there's always like the dichotomy between like 1-1 and the Beatrix. You're gonna see it a lot this season. Maybe some teams will prefer the Claude over the 1-1 or the Beatrix, like Omega for example, but the teams that we have right now, they will always choose between Beatrix and 1-1. So the main difference is 1-1 is very strong with his cooldowns, while Beatrix is always reliable almost any time,
like any situation,
right? Always got something in this, some ammo.
You got a gun for every situation.
No problem with the mana, no problem. I love that. Literally for every situation. One has that downtime, right?
Yes.
Where you have to wait for the cooldown of your ult before you go in.
That's right.
Beatrix has got some 4 ults.
So,
I like heroes with a lot of ults.
Yep. And also, the cooldown for Inspire is something that you have to work around with, the 1-1, and the fact that you need to get stacks first. So actually, teams and players right now have developed their own ways on how to not get stacked by the 1-1.
Which one of
You
those?
gotta teach us something.
I was gonna say, what's one of these ways?
Well, for one is that you have to position yourself maybe near a wall so that the 1-1 will not be able to like
Get that last point.
get the last weakness point, and don't get bitten by the Franco this time, I think, because I think that the usual combo that the teams do right now is 1-1 plus the Franco, so that you'll have ample enough time to actually get the stacks up.
I don't know what Wise is doing, showing us his sock, but thank you, Wise. It's red.
This is a funny thing. And when you say not to get bitten by the Franco, I just want to say, I mean, people are going to be like, wait, does Franco actually bite people when he bloody hunts them?
That's what we call it. That's what the pro players call it.
Well, they call that kagat. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 1 here. BLACKLIST International versus Next Play EVOS.
This is the game that we are all waiting for here. The Battle of the Jerseys, those beautiful, beautiful garments that they are donning. Definitely some of the highest tier I've ever seen. So,
Both teams, actually.
Yeah, both of them, actually. And there's gonna be a big fight here in the middle. They got Mycophobia burning through that flicker real quick. That's actually a lot being used by NXP. That's first blood with BLACKLIST International.
So that's first blood already. Actually wasn't 1 minute yet, right?
Not even.
BLACKLIST International is back, right? I think that's the statement here. But there's a lot of chaos already early on, right? So this is one of the things that you mentioned. Oh man!
But look at this. It's probably gonna be a kill, but nope. Donut says, I'm not gonna risk it. We got a battle going on the Dawn side. We gotta clear those comms. That's another kill for BLACKLIST. That is gonna be 2-0 for NXP. What are they gonna do here?
Unfortunately for NXP, they weren't able to protect their orange buff this time because that was the rotation of BLACKLIST International. They're sort of vertical in a way that after the Lethal Wanderer, they established influence around that orange buff, and actually H2 cannot position himself there. That's why BLACKLIST would have a tremendous lead right now.
Yeah, there's gonna be a huge lead for BLACKLIST, but of course they are gonna give a little bit of a try here. Maybe Oh My Venus would be a bit of a treat, but no, Oh My Venus still very much on that map awareness. I love these totems, by the way.
I know.
What we
I was
need.
just about to mention it, right?
Yeah, if you guys don't know what the turtle buff does, that's what it does, right there. Adds some shield, adds some damage, and that goes over the BLACKLIST International. Oh, look at that! Look at that! You guys are on the field! And Oheb trying to capitalize, but of course Mikophobia is there to block it out.
Man, oh man. Okay, so going back to the turtle, right? This is once again what I always wanted to talk about early game at this point, the jungle, right? The jungle matchups. H2O is actually taking the Demon Slayer jungle emblem here, right? He needs to contest those fights against Wise, because as we saw, and as we typically see with famous jungles, they can clear objectives so fast. So I really want to see next play EVOS match that, but now it's jungle.
Oh man, Mikophobia's in trouble! There goes the hammer! It's hammer time! Wise gets a kill! And from here, it's gonna be H2O trying to match it on the bottom side with Edward. Edward though, with the toughness that comes with the Esmeralda, will be able to make it out right there and then. And again, that's what happens when you have that Demon Slayer. Your damage against the fights is just very, very neuter. Oh my goodness.
You can see already the difference between the early game rotations of BLACKLIST International and NXP. EVOS, just because of their composition, when BLACKLIST International goes for their rotations, they get kills. For next play, they didn't even put Edward to half. That's the difference between the composition in the early stages.
Yeah, I think at this point to take out Edward, you need at least 3 people or something.
Yeah, and I didn't expect Oheb to get that. You know, I just pictured the pose, but now...
Oh, but you know who got caught? That's gonna be... That's Haji. He got got by Mikophobia right there. Oh my Venus with the flicker and the Numenov last combo. Oheb, that shotgun, it hurts! Oh my god, and that's Wise getting that kill. Oh man, but it's gonna be NXP with the counterattack. Oh my Venus goes down to H2O. He's flying, he's hidden, he gets that target. Oheb, gonna be down. That's 2 for none in favor of NXP.
Next play fighting back here, right? And this is exactly what they need to do. They need to contest the turtle, but Wise here now.
Wise will still be able to get that jungle. Very good retribution timing there again. H2O with the Demon Slayer emblem. It did get nerfed, right? It doesn't add the damage anymore to...
But he is 2 levels ahead.
That is huge.
That is definitely huge.
That caught up.
Yep. No, so there is a specialty for Donut. That's definitely the one. There's like his. So a 1-1 is like Donut's choco butter now.
Choco butter now.
Yeah, that's his most used hero. I think even in January of this year, we saw him perform the Super Bowl qualifiers with this hero. He definitely knows how to play it. And the early rotation coming out from Donut is very surprising for a 1-1, but he did get a little bit of an equalizer for next play EVOS. That being said though, BLACKLIST International, very quick with their rotations. I just said it, global presence coming out from Haji.
Man, and that's... This is the shot calling we're used to seeing from BLACKLIST International, right? The timing, the synchronization of those ultimate abilities across the map, and something like that Dawning Light is exactly what works so well for BLACKLIST International.
Yeah.
So, still though, next play EVOS actually finding some good moments themselves. They got to continue to play around that. What they really need to do is allow H2O to come online here on this Julian. A lot of it is just going to be setups relying on those enhanced chains and the hooks from Mikophobia.
Yep,
right?
there you go.
And then they need to follow up with damage. The downside of this though, for next play EVOS, is they need the scaling here coming out from Yelly Hayes.
That's gonna take a while, especially with a Wan and a Julian. But right now though, it's gonna be another Numenov blast hitting Mikophobia. In front right now is Jane. So that they'll be relatively safe for the meantime. And right now, I think BLACKLIST with they might be spreading themselves a bit too thin here on the map. Top lane, they're trying to go for a bit of a push, but it's really difficult with the front of the Franco hook.
You can see the BLACKLIST International puts a lot of emphasis on the left side of the map where the gold laner is. And this is actually one of the classic BLACKLIST International plays. Along with RSG, they're the 2 teams that likes to make their rotation towards the gold laner side so that they can empower their gold laner, their position one as soon as possible.
And it's pretty obvious that the gold lane is the focus of BLACKLIST here. That's why they're so heavily rotating around. But again, NXP, they're actually still able to answer. Ooh, that was a very close hook there from Mikophobia. You can really feel the tempo, the change of tempo from NXP because of Miko.
This is, I mean, The crazy thing here, right, is just the tempo. We're talking a lot about tempo here, but Next Play EVOS isn't doing too bad. I mean, yes, the gold lead is slowly building here once again for BLACKLIST International, but as they focus around Donut, right, trying to protect Donut, they're banking on Donut really carrying these team fights later on, especially with crossbows and tanks, the way that it works, also having that Inspire, and then late game potential. Once again, you have that win condition in Yelly Haze alone. So if they can continue to keep Donut safe, and just rely on these picks for now, they're going to be in a good position for that first, second Lord matchup. But now the focus here in mid lane.
Oh, it's going to be a big one. Donut, oh my god! He could not fly! He got just anchored there to the ground. No one proc there. And it's going to be a 4v5 in favor of BLACKLIST. Yelly Haze, actually the bat impact is really doing a lot of damage, but Oh My B is able to block off some of that beast. And right now, it's going to be another bit of a stalemate with James in the front of NXP. They are doing quite well in keeping this tower alive, but how long can they do that? It's going to be Oh My Venus will kill all the Yelly Haze from the back. It's a dive by Edward and Oh My Venus. It worked so well in their favor. Because of that, BLACKLIST is going to have to retreat. I think they're happy with what they got.
Definitely BLACKLIST International happy with that. Their positioning was also much better than Next Play EVOS.
Yeah, speaking of positioning, that's a very 1v3 close quarters position that Wise is really excelling at. He has tried to flex as hard as he can on that Jiggle Fam. Again, one of the strongest heroes on the patch right now.
We love to call that here on the English stream Chad mode.
Chad mode!
Giga Chad! 1 versus 3, that's exactly what you want to do if you're playing that Thamus here. He also picks up a big defensive item and setup here. Top lane, it's only 1 hit away, by the way.
That was funny.
I feel like that was just a, hey, look at me, I have the noodle blast. The queen's back.
It's a Uranus, so you need a big high five.
Oh, yeah.
You want a high five by Uranus, you
High
need something
five.
really big. That's what Oh My Venus did.
Well, now they're going to be focused here on this tier 1 turret as BLACKLIST International finding more space. And even making it hard for H2O to even get a buff at this point.
At this point, it's so easy for OF to snipe those tier 1 turrets. They're not going to be able to last long against the Renner hits. And right now, it's going to be the Lord focus on BLACKLIST. They've got control of that front push. Oh My Venus, a weirdly positioned Numen on fast, but all is good. James trades up with a tower on top though.
This is where Next Play EVOS should accept the fact that BLACKLIST International's tempo is quite fast. They have to already concede the early and the mid game. What they need to do now is just defend. They have the Sicilian for this. They can split push with James. James just have to keep himself in the dead lane and make sure that he doesn't die. BLACKLIST International, they can continuously push against Next Play, and all Next Play has to do right now for them to bring back to their the game to their favor is to wait for the late game. Accept that they're weak right now, just defend their lanes and hope that BLACKLIST International's power will decrease.
NXP has 2 super scalers. Oh my god! The Filipino sniper strikes again! And the Lord pushes up on middle. OF takes out the turret.
I could just see the pose. Coming up below it, right? I mean,
imagine it already.
That's exactly what we saw earlier in the game, and now he just did it once again here. He's very comfortable on this Matrix, and look at the push, right? James getting something, but now assaulting the base here for Next Play EVOS.
No minions, they're still gonna go in. Edward is all alone, but I think that is not gonna be a problem for this Esmeralda. Tough as rocks here. Gonna be bitten by the bloody hunt by Mycophobia. No turret hitting. That means there will be no kills happening, and that's a disengage from BLACKLIST.
Come on, man. You see BLACKLIST International, it seems like their chemistry is untouched. Every time that somebody throws a spell, there is always a follow-up. For example, you saw that the ultimate coming out from Hatches was the OM with the sniper. They layered it so well. But that's not all. Even in their smaller combos, right? The small ticket combos. Like, for example, the Mystic Field after the Falling Star Moon. That's just a hook, but they still layered it so well.
Yeah, but what NXP is doing right now is trying to hit hard onto Edward. No way! No way! He lasts long, but that will not be the case. He will not survive. A true push is attempted by BLACKLIST on top side, but doesn't really result in anything. There's a huge Mystic Field on the middle. Mycophobia forced to flicker out, and that will be a turret going down. BLACKLIST is very happy with that push. They did not pay for it. They did not get away without a scratch, though.
Okay. So next play EVOS able to get, a little space too. Both sides of the map, top and bottom, have those tier 2 turrets down. So they were able to get that, but still, we're talking about 8K gold lead here for Blacklist International, right?
Oh my god,
They need to buy a little bit more time here for next play EVOS. And this is what we're seeing, right? The next Lord's going to be up here in about 14 seconds. They want to contest this, even though, even looking at the items, they are going to be out-itemized because of that gold gap for them. But they could possibly turn the tide unless a Blacklist finds a pick here.
It's the pick way. It's the way to pick. You got the cloak attack. Migafobia goes down. He can't even do the bloody hunt anymore. He got surprised by that sneak attack right there. Our sponsors for this segment. But yeah, that was a beautiful execute there. Could not be calculated by NXP. Get caught by surprise. In the end, Blacklist gets the Lord for their effort.
Now, there's a lot of problems that next play should be facing right now. This is an enhanced Lord, which has that jump, as well as the fact that Haji is already up in the Holy Crystal. That's his fourth item, if I'm not mistaken, which means that 30 minutes, this Mystic Field and this ultimate is gonna hurt.
At this point, you just gotta avoid that bad impact. You're pretty good, and that's exactly what Blacklist is doing. Although NXP, again, Yelly Hayes does hurt on that Cecilio. So I think if they just keep him alive, they should be good to go. Can they though?
Yeah, honestly, it's going to be hard. Even with that Malefic Roar being picked up here by a Donut, a lot of times he doesn't even get in position that he needs to, right? That's one of the things we talk about.
Otherwise, oh my goodness, with the flicker! And the Numenon Blast follow-up is unlikely though. It was a very good defensive position by NXP, and now they are on the counter-attack. Although right now, I think James did a pretty good job in keeping Black from the base, and it's going to be a bit of a reset here.
Great positioning and great understanding coming out from Yelly Hayes, actually. Wasn't hit by the Numenon Blast, and he clipped Oheb so that Blacklist International cannot advance.
Yeah, speaking of that's exactly what Black is doing. This is round 2, and they are ready to fight. Although at this point, NXP are happy to just stay in the base, just keep the base alive.
Bad beat from next play. They actually lost their turret in the bottom lane because they thought that they can chase Blacklist International.
Yeah, after a great defense, reading, especially against that beefed up Lord a little bit here, they were able to defend, they lose that. It was great they had the bottom turret up, but then they lost it, right? And they're losing the damage department too, as we're seeing from these low cooldown, dawning lights being popped down from Haji here. It's something they've really got to deal with. And still,
that's how you do!
Block by Venus!
The hook block! Right, and that's the reason why you pick up the Lolita, even though there's only like one marksman on the side of NXP, right? You want to neuter those hooks from that Franco, and your players are pretty good to go.
Yeah, continue to do that, right? Like, this is the thing, when you have a Franco at some point, as always, one hook could change the game, either for the win or for the loss here, right? And with next play EVOS being base fully exposed here, really the next objective is going to be that next Lord. The thing is, Wolf, can they actually even contest at this point, right? It's 15 minutes in.
I think they can't, especially because of the fact that Blacklist International's opposition is great at team fighting, and the fact that they cannot play outside of their base.
Yeah, imagine earlier, NXP just went to the purple buff area, and it looked like an overextend.
Exactly.
They already lost a turret.
The only way for them to win this is if they wipe out Blacklist International in a defense and hope for the best they can defend in this Lord push.
It's gonna be a tall order, but again, NXP, they will not go down without a fight. Here comes Mikophobia, the sneak attack on that Franco. It's usually very scary, but at this point, I don't see Blacklist kind of breaking a sweat here.
You see Blacklist International's positioning on the left side. If they pop the Contil, they will be in time to get into the Lord area. If they found NXP EVOS committing in the Lord area, this is great positioning coming out from Oh My Venus. And this is
controlling that forward bush. So that is a huge power point.
Donut, don't reveal yourself.
Oh, that's gonna be the big question mark. Where is Donut? Did they spot him out? See him on that bush. There goes the Sandwich Cross, barely missing. The flicker! Yelly Hayes goes down. That's a double kill from Oheb. The shotgun to the face. Beautiful position.
I just saw it again. I saw the pose again, and now they're going to be pushing in the base for game 1 here.
Getting a 5-game free. Donut is going to be locked down by Edward. Mikaphobia is in trouble. Oh my goodness, with the flickering no but no blast. Will be cleaning it up. James tries to go for the count, but that will be it. Blacklist International. 1-0 in favor against NXP.
Man, they're back. Right?
That
That's all
was
we can say.
decisive.
They're back.
That last play, there were so many ways for them to approach the fight. They could have stayed in that push. If next play commits into the